Welcome back to Living Local. Emmy Award winners Kelly and Tammy Rundle of Fourth Wall Films are two of the busiest and best people working in show business, and the stories they tell are so important. And here to tell us all about it is Fourth Wall Films' very own Kelly Rundle. Hey man, how are you?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome back to the show, dude.
Appreciate it.
You know, you just won your 5th Emmy.
We did.
That's
fall.
really exciting.
Always a good day.
Yeah,
at our
for Resurrecting Forest Grove, which
Right.
is a really powerful film. Actually, when I saw it, I was very, very moved by it. And that must never get old to win an Emmy, huh?
No. No, and since we're just a two-person operation, that means that we're competing successfully with commercial TV stations and PBS stations and larger independents who have facilities and staff.
Yes, yes. Well, I wonder what that's like. And why is it so important to tell stories like Resurrecting Forest Grove?
Well, I think for us, unless we see a connection between ourselves now and this history story, it's probably not important.
Sure.
But I think that is the point. All of these stories do have messages for us today, and really a way of looking and understanding where we are and where we're going.
Of course. So. And you're in the middle of production right now on a new project, or pre-production, I guess. Tell us about that, because I had never heard of it.
Well, on October the 8th of 1871, there was a large fire in a city in Illinois. You probably have heard of that fire.
Sure. Yes, the Great
Chicago
Fire, of course.
So that was a very devastating fire. I think a little bit over 3 square miles burned, 15 or 17,000 buildings, 300 people killed. And, you know, surrounding areas, including Wisconsin, immediately put together aid. For example, in Wisconsin, the governor and legislators got on a train, put together aid, and they headed to Chicago to help. So the Chicago fire burned until the 10th. And as it was flickering out, a message came to the governor's office in Wisconsin that said, everything's on fire, send help. And this was a fire that took place in a little town called Peshtigo and surrounding areas up across from the Door County Peninsula.
Okay.
Well, that fire burned a couple of million acres.
Whew.
And also destroyed Peshtigo. It just destroyed several towns. And then somewhere between 1,500 and 2,500 people were killed. We don't even know, because there were so many people, so many witnesses that didn't survive.
Of course.
So it's still the largest, I should say the most deadly wildfire in recorded history.
Wow.
But nobody knows about it.
Yeah, no, and and you guys are working on that this year. Do you have kind of an idea when that might be released, or is that still, documentary filmmaking is such a difficult thing, I can't imagine. Do you have kind of a target date for that yet?
Yeah, so we got a grant from Wisconsin Humanities, and so that work will be done this year.
Wow.
And there's more we need to do, so probably we're looking into next year.
Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine when you start digging into something like that, like what's involved. That's chaos.
It's fascinating.
Yeah,
too. It's a fascinating story, and even firefighters now study something called the Peshtigo paradigm, which has to do with the ingredients of that kind of a deadly wildfire. We just saw that in Pacific Palisades.
Yeah.
So you had a drought leading up to it, you had the fuel available, a fire, and then a wind event, which is what was fueling that Peshtigo fire, was a regional windstorm.
Wow. That's just the perfect ingredients, just caused it all. And, you know, as it is Black History Month, you know, we have to talk about Sons and Daughters of Thunder, which is a film I think more people should see, especially given the current, just all of the things.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, that's another story that we just kind of stumbled into quite a few years ago now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And another story that took a long time to bring to the screen. But yeah, I think the message there of what we would say is the beginning of the end of slavery in America. Just having a conversation was how it began, having a public discussion. So it's so important to keep all of this history in mind so we understand who we are and,
Absolutely.
and where we're going.
And I bring that up because it's just an incredible project, and more people need to see it. It was a very daring thing for you guys to do, was to take on a narrative, a period piece.
Yeah.
And you know, back to documentary filmmaking, the process is relatively unknown to us, but it takes a small village and some crazy money to make this happen. Yeah. And you guys are grant funded for the most part, right?
We are. Grants cover about half, and our badly damaged piggy bank covers the other half.
Yes.
And you know, these are not highly commercial projects, but we do rely on sales of the finished film as well.
Well, you're doing so many things, and it's amazing, and I love sharing your story, and I love supporting you guys. So thanks so much for being here today, Kelly. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. For more information on these two projects, you can visit the websites you see there on your screen. We'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com.